Welcome to today's thrilling tale, where Aminette lurks in the shadows while Nick finds himself trapped in a desert's illusion. Before Nick could react, a shadow whisked him away. Jenny vanished too, surrounded by mummy minions. Nick found himself pinned to the altar as Aminette leaped down gracefully, absorbing the awe of the onlookers. After a bit of grooming, Aminette appeared quite pleased with her choice of prey. After confirming Nick's dental health, she began to aggressively flirt with his clothing, leaving Nick bewildered. She gently pressed against his chest, as if to say, "Let's talk about life choices." Nick, filled with hopeful anticipation, braced for change, only to have Aminette smash the angel statue above him. She drew the legendary set blade, and despite Nick's panic, the anticipated carnage never came. Aminette looked puzzled, her dagger lacking any gems, suddenly feeling exceedingly awkward. Jenny seemed caught by an invisible force till Nick shouted, "Run," snapping her back. Clearly not willing to let such a tasty morsel go, Aminette swiftly pursued, igniting Nick's fight or flight response. Those mummy minions were crumbling like cookies, and while Nick was dealing with them, Aminette strolled over to Jenny. Nick quickly dispatched the mummies and darted to stab Aminette, thinking, "This time, you can't brush me off." Aminette, hurt, countered. Jenny fled, but their coordination failed. Roasting out, they resembled escaping ducks, left and right, a classic combo. Out of nowhere, Nick spotted a truck parked by the roadside like winning the lottery. Jenny seemed to undergo a reboot, racing towards Nick with all her might, yelling out as she chased. Her speed was truly that of an Oriental Express train. She looked at the set blade in her hand, disbelief etched on her face, thinking it truly belonged back in a museum. She began to wonder if Nick was Aminette's puppet, after all. How did he wander into this creepy church by chance? Nick insisted that he was still in full possession of his senses, but shortly after applying the brakes, he executed an actual U-turn, resulting in his confidence dropping precipitously. As luck would have it, their escape plan quickly turned into a horror flick when a mummy crashed through the passenger window. Nick urgently smashed the car into a tree, turning the mummy into a two-piece special like a speedy delivery. But that stubborn mummy clung to the car door, refusing to back down, forcing Nick to swerve again. After quite the ordeal, they finally shook off the pesky undead, but just as they caught their breath, a second mummy rushed in. Caught off guard, the mummy's head bombed into the car like a missile, scaring Nick half to death. The truck rolled out of control, and Nick, not wearing his seatbelt, was thrown out by some mysterious force. Talk about luck. Revived, Nick felt like he'd been inflated, bolting towards Jenny, who was trapped in the car. Just as he prepared to rescue her, they spotted Aminette emerging from the fog, igniting Nick's fury as he grabbed a tree branch to take her on. Jenny cheered Nick on, and in an instant Aminette arrived beside the car, grabbing Jenny's head for a swift bite. Just then, a harpoon hooked her, yanking her out aggressively as a squad of combatants flooded in. They knew Aminette's weaknesses well, shooting arrows like it was a supermarket sale. As arrows sank into Aminette's body, she resembled a baseball getting beaten multiple times, gradually losing her will to fight. As she was subdued, Jenny was rescued from the car, while Nick was hit by a tranquilizer and knocked out. What a twist. Nick awakened, unsure of how long he had been out, finding himself in a mysterious place, surrounded by an eerie atmosphere. He saw various supernatural creatures swirling inside murky glass jars, reminding him of a bizarre pet shop. After passing through heavy steel doors, Nick met Dr. Jekyll, who started sharing how he too had once been a mad scientist. The doctor rambled on about his friend's obsession with supernatural forces, a madness that would make anyone bang their chest in disbelief. Turns out this was a research org, dedicated to eradicating evil. Does Aminette qualify as the worst of all? Aminette's ancient identity felt rare, but the doctor hurried to suppress her evil forces. Utilizing findings from the Crusader tombs, they began flooding her with conduits of ice water like an all-out assault. Once the temperature dropped to a frosty -38°C, the water would begin to freeze, much to the doctor's delight. This way, they could safely dissect her and explore Aminette's inner self. What a mix of anticipation and dread. Jenny disagreed, stating that Aminette was a witness to history and shouldn't be treated this way. It was downright cruel. Nick wasn't too concerned about the doctor's words. He just wanted to know what this meant for him. The doctor revealed he was chosen to be the embodiment of the demon, and they would do everything possible to prevent its arrival. Nick was left baffled by the vagueness of the doctor's words, but then suddenly Aminette began to speak. She entranced Nick into a hallucination, her voice sultry and inviting him to become a vessel for Set's return. Hard to believe. In this dangerously seductive scenario, Nick laid down cluelessly, feeling as if he was experiencing the classic sleep paralysis. Jenny tried to wake him, but Aminette twisted his face back, leaving everyone unsure of how to proceed. Just as she spoke, Aminette shrieked in agony, and Jenny seized the opportunity, while the doctor noted some mysterious connection between them. Should he keep researching? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more epic content. Be a witness to the ultimate showdown between darkness and light.